What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Patriots offense before the Miami Dolphins play them week 1. I want to do this for every game that we play this year. Still, no all-22s. That's pretty typical for preseason. But they still don't even have, like, previous years all-22s back yet on Game Pass. So hopefully that gets fixed by the regular season. It's supposed to. We'll see. But hopefully you get to see these videos. I'm trying to block out some of the logos and stuff from the broadcast view, hoping that allows me to get it up. If you see like anything up in like this upper right corner, that means that this video got blocked initially, and I had to do something in editing later. So, yeah, that's fun. Let's go ahead and get into it. Also, I started in the second quarter of this game because that's where Mac Jones came in. I'm not really interested in watching Cam Newton play because obviously he's not there anymore. I love Cam, but in a way I'm kind of glad that they made a decision one way or the other because it's much easier to scout because they're two very different quarterbacks. So I'm glad I know for sure which quarterback it is. He's going to throw it away there. Holding. Okay. Start off with a hold. All right, so one thing I've noticed a decent bit is, as you see on that last play, he does drop back into the shotgun. But with this offense, with New England's offense, he is dropping back quite a bit. You see a lot of, one-back sets and stuff like that. Because I think they are going to be running the ball quite a bit. You see a lot of fullback formations and stuff like that. A lot of I. So don't be shocked at seeing that. Mac Jones also is really good playing off of the play action. That's always how he was in college. So I think that really suits his style well as well. So, and also their receiving core is not nearly as good as their running back group. So it just makes sense to do this. So expect a heavy running game against them. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the film. And also, because he's a rookie, don't be surprised if you see them move receivers in motion and stuff to help him figure out that it's man or zone. Although Mac is pretty smart anyway, to be fair. Let's take a look at that real quick. A little bit of a play action. Yeah, he makes pretty good reads through that nice and low, so it has no chance of getting picked off if the receiver doesn't catch it. So that is going to be a thing. Honestly, I would have rather play Cam than Mac, to be honest. I feel like we can exploit him a little more. But I will say, Mac Jones is a pretty good player. Like, he processes the field really well. He's pretty accurate. Arm is, solid. Not elite, but solid. Pretty good on play action, stuff like that. But one of the things about him is that, at Alabama, he had really good receivers who could get open quickly, and he had a really good offensive line. So he had a lot of time back there. And one of my criticisms of him was the fact that sometimes he has a tendency to hold on to the ball too long. We did see him throw the ball away earlier, but that might be something that we can exploit. We'll probably be crowding the line of scrimmage a decent bit. Miami likes to blitz anyway. And like I said, their biggest threat to me is their running game. So we're going to probably want to load the box to try to stop that, but also to pressure Mac Jones and hopefully making some stupid rookie mistakes. Now in preseason, we did see teams be able to run up the middle on us quite effectively, which is a little bit concerning. We shut down runs to the outside pretty well, but inside runs were a bit of an issue. Now, regular season we're going to have Christian Wilkins and Raekwon Davis as our nose tackles, so that should help. but still, it is still a concern. We're going to have to play disciplined and be physical. We can't let them get the run game going. We cannot. At least not consistently. I mean, of course, they're going to break off sometimes, but also, he's not playing right now, but Nelson Aguilar's speed is something to take into consideration too. He is pretty fast, but I am pretty confident in either Byron Jones or Xavier Howard being able to lock him up. I'm not really that concerned about that. Gianno Smith, their tight end, is one of their bigger threats, but I think we can deal with him. Because honestly, I think Eric Rowe actually does handle tight ends pretty well. He just can't compete against some of the better tight ends like Kittle or... Actually, he did pretty decent against Kittle, but he got eaten up by Kelsey and stuff like that. But for the most part, I think he does pretty decent against tight ends. So I'm not really that concerned. No one in their receiving core really scares me. Like I said, Aguilar has the speed to hurt you for sure. He has some good route running, and his hands are improving. So he's definitely their biggest threat in my opinion in the receiving core goes. But really, it's that running game that is a little bit scary to me. So if we can find a way to hold their running game down, I think we'll be in a pretty good spot. Our coverage also has to be much better than what the Giants is looking like as well. But I'm pretty confident in that. I think that if Miami plays their best football, I think we can stop this offense. I really do. Like I said, Mac Jones is a bit of a threat with that mental processing and stuff like that. But we're gonna have good coverage. We're gonna have to pressure him. But it's like I said, that running game is a bit of a threat. Their offensive line isn't super impressive. I think we can probably exploit it. Their right guard kind of got taken for a ride just then. Let me find the next offensive drive for New England. Now, obviously, things are going to look a little bit different come the regular season. They're going to have all their starters and out stuff like that, but still. Hopefully we get a decent amount of that. Those drops, tight coverage, definitely going to have to see more of that in the game. I probably will do a injury report because I usually do that. I'll probably do an injury report probably game day, maybe the day before. But these things is what we're going to have to really deal with. Let's see what the Giants messed up on here. This linebacker here isn't really demonstrating control. I would really like to see him put his hands on this offensive lineman and kind of try to keep his eyes in the backfield. That's what we're going to have to try to do. We're going to have to stay disciplined and make sure we're plugging up the run as much as possible. Just give them nowhere to go. We were pretty good at that last year, for the most part. Don't be surprised if we see two running backs in the backfield like this as well. Hopefully we can get him to throw into double coverage like that a few times by pressuring him. Because see, his mental processing is good for the most part, but if you see, the offensive line is kind of starting to collapse around him on the sides. It's actually not even that bad. He's kind of just really pushing this, and he ends up throwing into double coverage. But look at his running back. I mean, he's got both running backs open right now, but especially this one. He can get some decent yak off this, but instead he tries to force this into double coverage. So hopefully we can pressure him into some situations. And I know it's 3rd and 12, but this running back might be able to make this dude miss and get the first. Yeah. That's J.J. Taylor. He absolutely has a shot of doing that. So hopefully we can pressure Mac Jones into making those types of decisions. And when we do, hopefully we can exploit it. You know X will. Like I said, more getting receivers in motion to reveal whether it's man or zone, help out the rookie quarterback, hand the ball. No, play action. Probably see a lot of that, like I said. Yeah, they are seeming to like having two running backs next to him like that. They're seeming to like that formation, which is interesting. Which means in a lot of situations we're going to have to cover two running backs, which that's fine. I think in those situations, I think Eric Rowe and Jerome Baker can lock that up pretty well. Hopefully we can get some bats like that too. Let me take a look at Mac Jones's eyes there. Because he stared down that receiver earlier. He didn't do this a lot in college, stare people down. Let me take a look at his eyes. Is there a... My bad. I was seeing if I could put this in slow motion. I can't. Okay. Go away. My bad, y'all. What the hell? Did I fast forward instead of rewind? I feel like I did. There we go. So again, we get the running back in motion to reveal that this is indeed man coverage. They're just playing off a little bit. DB has to come out here. Yeah, he kind of kept his eyes like right here. That's what makes it easier to bat down. So this is that run we seen earlier. Let's take a look at that. Fast forward again. Whatever. You have to stay more disciplined than they are. I feel like we'll be okay because we also have Jerome Baker to kind of deal with some of this too. Just about the athleticism from him. Luckily, if it's anything I feel confident in, it is our defense. So, yeah, J.J. Taylor. This will give you an idea of his shiftiness and speed. That's what I was talking about earlier, like him not seeing J.J. Taylor open in the flat like that. Because he definitely has the shiftiness and speed to get the yak and possibly get a first earlier, but he didn't see it. It was a good throw. And they're probably going to try to get him to get rid of the ball pretty quick, too, like that. Their offensive line's not incredible either. Like I said, he's pretty good at the pre-snap reads for a rookie. Yeah, get used to good ball placement. Our corners are going to have to mind their P's and Q's with that. But that's the thing with Byron and Xavier, I'm not really too concerned about that. The receiving core is not that scary. It's this. The running game, man. I mean, you got so many good running backs. If we allow them to get going with the run game, man, we're going to be screwed. Is Mac Jones done, or do we get more Mac Jones in this game? I'm not sure. That's Mac. Okay. Let's go back a little bit so we can get the first play of the drive. All right. Yeah, J.J. Taylor is going to be an issue too, man. That's speed. I'm not sure how much he's going to play against us besides punt return. It's probably going to be more like Michelle, Harris, and stuff like that, but... Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. We have to be able to get pressure like that. Yeah, look out for the yak yardage too, because like I said, they're going to want him to get rid of the ball quickly. Not make him have to make too many complicated decisions, because our defense is notorious for confusing quarterbacks. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully we can do that to him. Him being such a young quarterback, hopefully we can kind of confuse him with the zero blitzes, and we like to move people around a lot. Hopefully we can confuse him like that and get some picks, or at least get some sacks and pressures and stuff. See, the thing is, if he has time back there, Mac Jones will pick you apart. If he's not pressured, like he's got a clean pocket here, and he has all day to find his target. And if you give him this time, he's got the mental processing to do it. And that's wide open. But if you can pressure him into making a quick decision, he's not necessarily the most mobile. Now, he can move a little bit. Don't get it twisted. He can scramble a little bit and buy some time, but he is more of a pocket passer. So, yeah. But anyway, I think that pretty much sums it up with what they're doing. Like I said, their offensive line isn't necessarily incredible. I think with our defense, I think we can exploit that. The big thing is to stay disciplined. New England likes to keep people in motion, and they like to do a lot of smoke and mirrors and misdirection. They like to mix that stuff in. They're going to do a lot of play action, so like I said, just stay on our P's and Q's, stay disciplined, read your keys, all those things, and we should be fine. We got to plug up the run effectively, make sure they have nowhere to go, and hopefully we can get some pressure on Mac Jones and confuse him. So, yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. So, pretty much every YouTuber on this platform is pretty much doing ads like this. YouTube's ad revenue is broken. It doesn't really pay well anymore, so we have to look to outside sources to make our income. And if you like what I'm doing and you want to support me, I would greatly appreciate you going over to my Patreon. It doesn't take much. Just $1 a month would really help me out quite a bit and continue to help me be able to put out these videos, because I put a lot of time and effort into it, especially during draft season, watching the film and everything like that. So I would greatly appreciate you guys going to check out my Patreon. It is Anime Dolphin, no capitalization. The link to it will be in the description of this video and pretty much every video moving forward. So yeah, if you want to help support me, that'd be greatly appreciated. There's multiple different tiers. It's all explained well on my Patreon account. And if you want to check that out, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.